Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
New state pension tax threat as Rachel Reeves plots extended income's raid in March. Reeves is sweating over her upcoming spring statement on 26 March, correcting the errors she made in her disastrous autumn budget. Taxpayers aren't going to like the results, especially pensioners. Despite taxing and borrowing to the tune of £70 billion, her figures don't add up. She's run out of fiscal headroom and must either hike taxes again or cut spending in March, or most likely do both in a new austerity raid. Reeves may be forced to break a pledge she made in her budget, not to extend the freeze on income tax thresholds. The Tories froze the personal allowance at today's £12,570 in 2021, and later extended the freeze for 6 years to 2028. With higher rate tax bands frozen too, a staggering 7.7 million will pay higher taxes by the end of the freeze, handing over £45 billion in total. In October, Reeves ruled out extending the freeze even further, saying it would hurt working people by taking more money out of their payslips. This month, she might break that pledge. Don't miss, Rachel Reeves's cash ISA raid is brutal, but there's a hidden benefit, latest. Paul Johnson, director of the Institute for Fiscal Studies, IFS, warns Reeves may have no choice but to extend the tax freeze by 2 more years to 2030. Johnson said this is right at the top of the policy options being considered. As we reported on Saturday, that's a huge blow for workers adding more than £4,000 to their tax bills. Freezing the personal allowance at £12,570 is a huge blow for pensioners too, as millions more will pay income tax on their state pension. That will happen even if they have no other sources of income. It will mark a radical change. From April, the new state pension rises to a maximum of £11,973 a year, thanks to the triple lock. That's just £597 below the personal allowance. Even a modest extra income from savings or a private pension could push pensioners into HMRC's clutches. The new state pension only needs to rise by 5% before anyone who gets the full amount pays income tax on it. That could happen as soon as April 2026, and almost certainly by 2027. This is the unforeseen consequence of the tax freeze, and it'd be a nightmare for many. 4 years ago, just 500,000 pensioners paid income tax on their state pension. That's 1 in 20. Nearly all were older pensioners on the basic state pension, who got additional state pension, such as SERPs or S2P and TOP. Don't miss, drawdown disaster looms as impulsive pensioners make huge mistake latest. State pensioners left baffled over new HMRC alert insight, warning to state pensioners earning over £597 a year from April reveal. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy. Last year, thanks to the freeze, the numbers more than doubled to 1.2 million, or 13% of pensioners, Age UK research shows. If Reeves extends the freeze to 2030, 3.6 million pensioners will be taxed on their state pension, which adds up to roughly 2 in 5. That would see the DWP pay state pension with one hand and HMRC demand some of it back. What a waste of effort. Plus, of course, millions of pensioners will pay income tax on their company and private pensions and other investments in the usual way, especially if Reeves slashes the cash ISA allowance as well. Around 600,000 pensioners have already been dragged into paying basic rate tax when they previously didn't, thanks to the threshold freeze. Many are older and vulnerable, and the tax liability often comes as a shock. Some will even have to submit self-assessment tax returns for the first time, which can be a nightmare, especially in your late 70s or 80s. We were heading in that direction under the Tories. If Reeves extends the freeze, almost nobody will escape.